lows in the upper 70s.
Alrighty guys, what is going on everybody, and welcome to a live stream. Hope everyone's doing good out there. Glad to have you guys here for today. Sorry it took me a few minutes to get live. My computer was being really slow. I decided kind of a little bit late starting it up here. I started my computer at like 6:45. I mean, usually it's a pretty good built computer. I don't know what's going on with it today, but it's just been really, really slow. Looks like things are doing better now, so let's hope it stays that way. But what's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing good. Once again, Proxy, thank you absolutely so much for the big $50 donation. That's super awesome. Proxy, happy birthday to you, obviously. I hope you're doing all right out there. Hope you're having a great birthday. But once again, Proxy, thank you absolutely so much. You did not have to do that. If anything, I should be giving you today's, obviously a birthday card or something like that. I wish I could, but obviously, but happy birthday to you. And once again, thank you so much. I'm glad to have you guys. Anyway, so we got a pretty big day today. What do you know? Another enhanced risk here for today. This is literally our third day in a row of having an enhanced risk. Literally our third day in a row. I tell you what, we're going to go and hop over here to the SPC, the Storm Prediction Center, for a moment. Look at this. We got an enhanced risk across Texas. Obviously, portions of, the Dallas metro area once again is in, like I said, once again is actually in the threat there. So we're going to need to be looking out for it. So we'll keep an eye on it. Anyways, let's go ahead and see here. Mafia says, welcome back, Andrew. Well, hope you're doing all right. Glad to have you here. Hope you are doing good. Let's see. Wyatt says, holy cow, you allocate 15 minutes to start your PC. It usually doesn't take that long. That's the thing. It's weird. So I give mine about 1 minute. Mine usually starts up that quick. I don't know what's going on with it. I think a lot of the problem is I need to clear my SSD. I think that's the big part. But like I said, I think I don't know if it's starting up on my hard drive or my SSD. I need to look at it after my live stream today. But anyways, but we're doing okay now. So far, we're doing all right. Let's go ahead and see here. But once again, Mafia dude, thank you so much for the 10. Saying welcome back. You rock, dude. Thank you so much. You absolutely rock here. Thank you. Let's see here. Is it gonna rain in Florida tomorrow? Okay, so for tomorrow, in terms of the convective outlook, we do actually have a little risk out there in northern Florida. I just realized how large this site risk is tomorrow. We got a big risk again tomorrow. Tornado probability, damaging winds, is a concern. I mean, you see how slow my computer's being? I go over there. Look, it's so slow. I don't know what is going in. I don't know what's getting in with it. But anyways, really large chance for some large hail today. Tomorrow. Well, today too, but tomorrow we got a really big hatch risk area all the way from the Dallas metro area all the way to like central Georgia, which is really crazy. Really, really crazy. Let's see here. Proxy says, Arctic Dove, thank you. Let's be gonna hang out with you. Andrew and the mods. And the 6 family is the best. gift ever. Well, thank you, Proxy. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great birthday today. Let's see here. See, George says, wow. Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy. We're going to have to watch out. We're kind of in an active spell. Now, for today, we are watching the potential for a few tornadoes. This exists across, like, central Texas, portions of, even Colorado. Yeah, like, east central, southeastern Colorado, northeastern portions of New Mexico. Got to be looking out for. Also, like, the eastern coast of the mid-Atlantic in a possible tornado threat. So we'll watch out for that. Damaging winds, obviously the biggest threat is across, like, central Texas, but we do have 15% zones. And large hail, the reason why we have that enhanced risk is because of, actually, hail. So hail is going to be a really big, really big concern. Now, I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and hop over here to the two portions of central Texas. Now, right now, we are indeed watching the beginning of a few storms that is starting to pop off here. You can actually see them down towards areas like south of Winters. This is really not far away from San Angelo. So, like I said, you can actually see this. Like I said, you can see how east of San Angelo, we got some storms that's starting to pop off. Now, honestly, you can actually see south, we have this kind of gust front, this little outflow boundary that's rolling through here. And this is obviously potentially going to be firing off some more storms. We'll continue to watch that. But it looks like right now we are getting about 3 storms. We got this kind of, kind of like low precipitation shower that's ongoing right now. Then we got these two, these 2 storms that are starting to kick off here as well. So we're gonna need to watch out for that over the next little bit because, like I said, obviously today there's a big chance for some, a big chance for some hail, a big chance for some damaging winds, and like I said, also there's a possibility for a few tornadoes today, in which we are going to be looking for. Anyways, but I'm going to go ahead and switch you guys over here to the models because I do want to briefly talk about the timing and all that fun stuff in terms of what we can expect out of this. So let's go ahead and switch over here to the models. So here is the HRRR. We track way down in time. Obviously, it does kind of show, according to the HRRR, it really doesn't show much of anything. It kind of just shows that one cell firing off here. You see that? I find that really odd. The fact that they issued a really large enhanced risk, and there's only like one storm popping off according to the HRRR. I mean, it looks like it's basically just like they issued this big enhanced risk just for that one potential storm, which I find really odd. And they actually issued a tornado watch out here too, across central Texas, across the enhanced risk region. Yeah, they put out a tornado watch earlier. It's been in effect for I'd say about an hour or so now. Yeah, there you go. Here, I'm going to switch all over here back to the full screen. But no, they actually did put out a watch there, basically saying that overall there is a 50% chance that a tornado could happen, across the watch area, a 20% chance of one of those being EF2 and higher. But but yeah, whenever it comes to it here, like I said, they also did include very large hail events to 4 inches in diameter likely. That in itself is pretty nasty. So we're going to need to really be watching out for that. So really we need to be looking out for large hail, really need to be looking out for the damaging winds, need to be looking out for, like I said, all hazards being a possibility. And they even did talk the potential here of some of those damaging wind gusts perhaps being up to around 75 miles per hour. So we're talking the potential for some like really fast moving winds and wind gusts out of the storms here and all that fun stuff. So we're going to need to be watching out for this over the next while because obviously, like I said, there is a pretty large potential here. But like I said, honestly, I just find it really odd the fact that they put that enhanced risk out there, even though like the HRRR and some of those other models were just showing like one storm firing off here across central Texas, which is a little bit odd. In terms of other models, here, I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and hop you all over here to this. Like I said, we'll take a look at the wrap model here for a minute, which, hopefully it'll work here. So you can see how my computer's being so slow right now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. Here we go. Finally started to work. But according to this model, honestly, really not showing much either. According to the wrap, it's obviously a higher resolution model, but does kind of show maybe a little bit of a cell popping off across central Texas. Honestly, if you want to know my opinion, I do not think that this is going to be kicking off to be anything extreme in terms of like widespread severe weather. Because like I said, based off of the models, it really just shows this one storm forming. But you never know. I mean, models aren't perfect, as we have said to you guys. Obviously, models are not perfect, but we will continue to watch this because you never know if it could get. Obviously, you don't know if it could we could start seeing more. Speaking of, there you go. First severe thunderstorm warning just got issued here across portions of Texas. Areas here north of Eden, we have a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect here for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts for the next 47 minutes. This is a radar-indicated threat. So this is our first severe thunderstorm warning here for today across central Texas. So we do need to be watching out for that. Now, currently towards the areas here of Fort Worth, obviously, Dallas-Fort Worth area, at the moment, like I said, we do actually have a risk for severe weather for today, but across, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we are relatively clear. Northeast of you guys, towards, Bonham, and those regions towards, Denison, we got a storm that's kicking off here, but it's not currently producing anything severe. So, indeed, that is some good news. But we will watch it as, obviously, across the region, we do have a pretty large slight risk across northeast Texas today. And, obviously, that is stating the fact that we do have a good potential of seeing some severe weather across those regions as well. So, like I said, we will watch out for, northeast Texas, too. Now, Dallas itself does have a 2% chance for tornadoes today. Just an itty-bitty little 2% chance. Now, is it something you should stress over? Absolutely not. But it is still a possibility that a few spin-up tornadoes could happen, across portions of central and northeastern Texas. So we will watch out for that as well. Damaging winds is kind of one of the main concerns, as well as hail. Across the enhanced risk area, like Brownwood, Texas, Glen Rose, those areas out there. Like I said, you guys actually do have the biggest threat here for today with the enhanced risk that's been issued here. Like I said, obviously storms are just now starting to fire off here too. But like I said, in terms of things, damaging wind gusts, like I said, up to 75 miles per hour does seem to be a possibility across some of these regions here out of some of the storms. Definitely is something we should watch out for. And obviously they do have that hail threat as well. In some areas, they did mention there is a possibility that we might be able to see these large hailstones potentially up to 4 inches in diameter. So we are talking some very large hail potential here for later on today. So we'll see how that pops off. Like I said, once again, the HRRR is not so confident in the fact of seeing much of anything happening. But like I said, other than that one little storm that the HRRR was talking about, I mean, we are seeing that one storm that is starting to fire off here. Once again here towards Brownwood. So we will be looking out for this region here. Like I said, obviously they're towards Eden. Let's see, towards Paint Rock. Yeah, those areas we've got to be continue watching this, mostly just north of those areas. Like I said, the warning does include areas like Highway 283, Road 503. Those regions out there, once again, in central Texas, directly southwest of Brownwood, Texas right now. Once again, right now it's warned for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. But like I said, you never know. That could obviously, as the storm progresses, as it starts to mature, it could obviously increase to become more severe. So we will continue to watch this. Let's see. But anyways, yeah. Let's see, any rain for Georgia today? In terms of Georgia, we do actually have a risk out for severe weather today for central and southern Georgia. That's about all the areas as of now for severe weather for today. As you can actually see right now, there is a bit of thunderstorm activity that is starting to kick its way off across southern Georgia right now. Everything west of Savannah, we got a few storms out there towards Claxton currently kicking off there. But overall, honestly, it is relatively, it's basically just relatively, relatively all right for the most part, not anything that's currently severe. However, now when we move over here towards Mobile Bay, we have actually another severe thunderstorm warning. We were actually watching one of these the other day across the Mobile Bay, and we are currently watching another storm out there. Good news is that hail is not really a concern out of this. I mean, at most, you could see maybe some small hail up to penny size, but it would not be anything significant or, anything damaging producing. So that's obviously good news in itself. So that's good news. Like I said, damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour could be possible. So obviously what the wind could peak up to might be up to 60. Obviously, if you're in the Mobile Bay, if you're out there in the waters, it would definitely be advised to seek port, obviously, because, due to these storms, obviously, the increase in winds can obviously, make those waves quite rough and, theoretically could capsize vessels that are out there in the Mobile Bay. So obviously, we do need to be watching out for those regions. Extreme northeastern, I guess you'd call this extreme eastern Louisiana here, right on the top right portion towards Poplarville. Got a severe thunderstorm warning. Now, this guy is actually pretty significant. This is actually for quarter-size hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So we actually do have ourselves a pretty gnarly severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect across portions of, like I said, obviously the kind of like that eastern side here of the eastern side of Louisiana. So we do need to be watching out for this storm. This does include Bogalusa. This does include portions of Fernando. We also have, let's see, Isabel included. We also have Hawthorne. Other areas like Poplarville, like I was talking about. So those areas we need to be watching out for closely, like Hickory Grove. Now, right now, like I said, obviously you can kind of see the main concern is damaging winds. And when I actually take a look here at the, whenever actually looking at the velocity here, you can actually see how there's a lot of this bright color here over Poplarville. That is likely where we are seeing those damaging wind gusts. Now, right now, as of like a few minutes or a little bit ago, this was as of about 23 minutes ago. We had a report of 25 mile per hour wind gusts across that area there. In which, why is it's not letting me exit this part. It just goes to show you, my computer is like dying today. What is going on with it? Can I exit this, please? Dude, I don't know what is going on with my computer today. Let's see. Maybe I can switch over to this game. All right, well, we'll give that a second to recover. But like I said, right now in terms of, the storms out here towards San Angelo, we have that gust front that's just south of San Angelo. We are currently watching that severe thunderstorm warning that is east of it towards areas east of Paint Rock, essentially towards like Salt Gap, Miller's View. I think my program's back. Okay, we're good. Like towards like Salt Gap, Miller's View, Stacy, Rockwood, and those regions out there, kind of towards like Rochelle. You guys are in that warning. Now, it does look like just north of that severe thunderstorm warning here, south of Talpa, we are seeing another one that is starting to fire off here. Now, I don't really know if that's going to really exist for too long. Because as you may or may not know, usually the bottom cell goes dominant and usually, sucks in the moisture that the top storm is trying to use to thrive itself. Usually the bottom cell takes that. So obviously, I think that this one right here is going to be the one that's likely going to be producing most of the damage and, in terms of hail and stuff like that. Because like I said, once again, I've never really seen this. After many years of tracking weather, I don't recall ever seeing this occurring. And what I mean by this is, like I said, back over here at the HRRR, according to the model, it just shows one little storm firing off, and that's it. And like I said, the Storm Prediction Center issued a full-on enhanced risk for it for today, which, like I said, that's a little odd. But like I said, the environment, mostly they issue the risks off the environment. Like I said, they mostly just issue the risk off the environment for for severe weather. So it's not always just based off of one storm. It's essentially what the environment looks like, essentially. Let's see. On a sounding in Texas tonight, 2 a.m. shows wind shear of 71 knots with curved supercells. Wow, where's that at? Northeast Texas? Because I do tell you what, later on. You know what we might actually do? I don't think we're going to do a full live stream until then, but I think I might do an early live stream tomorrow morning too. I think that's a good possibility. So we will watch that because, like I said, we pop over here back over to the models, and according to the latest HRRR, actually TRG was showing me this. I mean, this is like super, like early cells popping off here. I mean, showing like multiple, like I said, semi-discrete supercells that's going to be popping off across northeastern Texas. That is happening around, like, what's that, 09Z, which that is, what, like 4, I think that's 4 hours behind Eastern time, so that would have been, like, what, like 5 o'clock a.m., something like that? I don't know, it might be a little bit earlier than that, that's at that point. Kind of shows these storms firing off here around, like, 06, so kind of around, like, 2 a.m., potentially, which would be 1 a.m. Central Time. So, like I said, obviously he's throwing a nocturnal threat for some nasty thunderstorms out there, so we'll watch that. Let's see, Rain, thank you, dude. Member for 6 months, Category 1 Club, thank you so much. Finally starting to see an active pattern here across the upper Midwest. Well, that's good. Let's see here. Is there going to be tornadoes in Oklahoma? For today, there is not really that big of a risk for Oklahoma in terms of tornadoes. There's actually not a risk for tornadoes in Oklahoma. However, nearby, like areas in like central, northeastern Texas, there is, but Oklahoma's fine, although you guys are in the risk here for severe weather today. It's mostly just for the potential of some damaging wind gusts, but mostly hail is the biggest concern across areas of, like I said, obviously, Oklahoma. So overall, that's that. Let's see what's going on. Switch over to KLWX radar here. Like I said, this is where I was born, actually. I live up here, or not anymore, but I used to live in Virginia, Northern Virginia. Like I said, pretty much my entire life. What is going on with my... Uh-oh. Did my stream freeze? Hold on a second, y'all. We might be having some problems here. Let's see. Okay. Well, it looks like we're back. Sorry about that. I really don't know what's up with this computer today. But like I said, yeah, we do have a few storms here towards east of D.C. Obviously, like I said, we do have a little slight risk across the mid-Atlantic coast that we should be watching. So we'll continue to watch that. But like I said, right now, my main concern... Wow, look at that. They just issued more severe thunderstorm warnings out there for portions near, let's see, Gulfport. Out here towards, like, Gulfport here that we are currently watching. Let's see here. We have Poplarville. You can actually kind of see how it has, like, that kind of bow shape to it. That's actually what we call a bow echo. And usually those bow echoes can in a lot of cases, deliver severe weather in terms of, like, damaging winds mostly. But it does look like, for the storms that they extended eastbound, obviously east of, like, Poplarville, towards, like, Wiggins and areas of Texas, not the state of Texas, but the town of Texas here, Smithtown, those regions out there, they actually pulled the 60-mile-per-hour card. But like I said, obviously, for the storm towards Poplarville earlier, it was actually 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts being a possibility. So in terms of, like I said, damaging winds, that does seem to be a pretty big concern for that storm there in Louisiana. So we will continue to watch that. And like I said, obviously, speaking of, we are still watching this or really these two cells that are starting to pop off. But like I said, honestly, from the way that nature usually goes, I do not expect this northern cell to last that long. Because like I said, obviously, the bottom cell is basically being like a big moisture hog. Basically just, essentially... taking all the moisture from the thunderstorms, essentially. What is going on with this lab? Dude, this computer is, like, glitching like crazy. I mean, I don't even know if y'all can tell that it's, like, really glitching or not. Anyways, but like I said, sorry if it's really noticeable at the computer. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm going to have to probably do some, like, run some tests on it or something here after the live stream today. But like I said, in terms of the cell right here, usually the bottom cell takes the dominance over the any cell to the north. So in that case, that is in terms of things, in case that is good. Let's see, anyways, now whenever it comes to let's see here, whenever it comes to Georgia, we do have a storm out here towards Albany, Georgia. Let's see, towards Baconton. We have towards Sale City. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect there for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, so we will watch that towards Newton. So heads up to you guys out there. Also, yeah, like Charleston, South Carolina area, like towards Beaufort, we got ourselves a couple of severe thunderstorms as well. That is in effect here. Let's see, we have basically quarter-size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, which is, like I said, basically just normal warnings, normal severe warnings. Typically, like I said, that's kind of like your mediocre type of, low-end severe thunderstorm warning. But like I said, there is still a chance for some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, which obviously in that case it could cause some damage. That's kind of the point where it starts getting a bit crazy. So obviously watch out if you're across those regions. But right now, in regard to things, I'm honestly a little bit concerned about this storm here that is in... like I said, Central Texas right now, because I think this guy is going to be getting pretty gnarly here pretty soon. Like I said, obviously, I do think that this thing is going to be having a pretty good shot at producing some damaging winds, producing some hail. Obviously, that is, a good possibility here. So it's going to have a good chance of producing some large hail, damaging winds in terms of stuff. Like I said, maybe even a few tornadoes, as it is in the environment where a few tornadoes obviously can be possible. So, let's see. Tornado risk for Charlotte, North Carolina. There is actually a risk for North Carolina, not necessarily towards Charlotte, because Charlotte's in the western central portion. The tornado risk only exists across the eastern coast. So, no. There is no risk out there for Charlotte for tornadoes. Thankfully. That's good news. However, I will say that there's a possibility for some damaging wind gusts, but, pretty much... like I said, pretty much relatively a pretty low chance overall. So, Let's see here. I keep freezing. My face cam keeps freezing. Yeah, dude, it's my computer that's glitching. Like, I don't know what's going on. Oh, shoot. You know what? We actually already have ourselves some hail being detected out of this here. Let's see. Towards Miller's View? Yeah, so right here in Miller's View, we actually already have ourselves quarter-size hail from Storm Chaser being reported out here towards Miller's View. So this thing's already starting to produce some hail. Like I said, once again, if you live out here towards Central Texas, towards Stacy, towards Dole, let's see here, Salt Gap, we have, Fyfie and Rockwood. Obviously, I would really consider watching this here. Because, like I said, I mean, obviously, it's been detected at this point that we have been seeing a bit of hail that's been actually being detected out there in this storm. Like I said, this thing is relatively new to the world. Essentially, it's a relatively new storm, but I tell you what, it definitely does appear to be maturing quite quickly. Here we go. Here's the loop of that. So obviously, like I said, you can actually see how it's two different cells, and it looks like they're actually merging together here. Let's see here. Florida says thank you. You're very welcome. Yeah, but like I said, if you live towards Salt Gap, yeah, those regions out there, Dole. It looks like Dole. I think that's how you say that. Dole. You guys are probably going to be getting it the worst, or definitely one of the worst places there. Like I said, obviously in this chance right now. It is a threat for, wow, they upgraded it. Holy cow, they put up the 2-inch hail now. That right there, honestly, that's not surprising. Like I said, that is not really that surprising. 2-inch hail, a 60-mile-per-hour wind gust out there. So now we're talking, like, significant hail. So now we're talking, like, the big potential for, like, really... like I said, really, really large hail. So, yeah, heads up out there, y'all. Like I said, Dole, it looks like you guys are right in the middle of it. So, heads up to you guys. Definitely need to be watching out for this one. We're going to have to take a moment to switch over to Louisiana for a second. We got some information coming through that's a little bit concerning. According to here... According to a storm here in St. Tammany in Louisiana, apparently there is some destructive information on this here. Let's see, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. Yeah, I don't know why it says destructive. We have a SVRD, that stands for Severe Thunderstorm Destructive tag, which I don't know why it has that. I think it might be my program. It might be glitching a little bit. They did have one that just got deleted though. Let's see. That was for that was for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Anyways, I don't know. But like I said, I think it's just my program that was being a little glitchy. But it looks like that storm down there has definitely, it looks like it's lost that 70-mile-per-hour wind gust tag on it. So that in itself is good. However, that is still a pretty strong storm. Once again, down here in southern Mississippi. I mean, this is literally like heading out of Louisiana. Like I said, obviously, in terms of things, South Mississippi, once again, Wiggins, areas here towards like Poplarville. Obviously, yeah, Poplarville's basically good to go. You're already heading out of the heavy. You're heading out of the heavy precipitation. Right now, it's pretty much just kind of moderate precipitation, just kind of like just normal rainfall at this point. It was heavier at one point, but look at that. I mean, it obviously has like that well kind of bowing shape to it. Have y'all noticed that? It has like that bow shape to it. And like I said, and typically whenever you see that in nature with the with the radar, that can show that once again we call this a bow echo. And in how these systems work essentially, bow echoes are typically well known for producing damaging winds. So obviously that is like I said, obviously that is something that we really have got to watch out of this storm here down south. Now, this is tracking right towards like Howson, McHenry, Lyman, Orange Grove, North Gulfport regions. Also Gulfport right there in extreme southern Mississippi, there towards the coast of Mississippi. Obviously, you guys have got to be looking out for this, as it's obviously going to be, it's going to need to be watched, because like I said, it definitely does look like it could be producing some, pretty nasty weather. Oh my gosh. Y'all, look at this. This is on the radar view out here in western Texas. This is the Midland radar. We got a heck of an outflow boundary, or this might even be a frontal boundary. This might even be like a cold front or something. Let's see. I want to make sure on that before I call it a cold front, but I'm not sure if that's a. That might even be yeah. I think that might be a that might actually be a frontal boundary here. Let's see here. Weather Prediction Center. We're gonna pull that up here so we can double check on the position of the cold front here. Yeah, that in itself, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, that's going right over Odessa. I mean, you would definitely notice that going over you. Let's see here. Okay, the Weather Prediction Center says, once it loads, says that actually is a warm front. Apparently, that's a warm front here. That's interesting. Well, we got a warm front out here towards Midland. Let's see. Proxy, again with another donation. Proxy giving a $25 donation. So you can join Andrew's awesome tree with a piece of yellow cake, chocolate icing, and strawberry ice cream, living the life. Proxy, thank you so much, dude. That's super greatly appreciated, Proxy. We love you, Proxy. Thank you so much. And obviously, like I said, happy birthday goes to you. Big, huge shout out goes to Proxy. And thank you so much. The more I look at it, east of Fort Stockton, we got a bit of a storm that's popping off there. It kind of looks like a little bit of a shower. Yeah, they're not even in a thunderstorm risk, and they're getting that, which that is pretty interesting. But Proxy, dude, thank you so much, Proxy. We love you. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, enjoy your cake. I hope you have an amazing birthday, Proxy. Seriously, you do not have to do this. Like I said, if anything, we should be gifting you. Which, like I said, I wish there was a way I could, because I definitely would. Okay, yeah. So heads up, y'all. We're gonna update y'all on this storm here in Central Texas. Like I said, this guy we got to be looking out for pretty closely. This one cell, north of Eden. Once again, this is in areas like, let's see here. We have Waldrip. We have Hayes Crossing, not Kays. Hayes Crossing. Let's see here. We have Stacy. We have Salt Gap, Pier Valley. Those areas. 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Yeah, 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So they have definitely, yeah, we're definitely not talking light hail on that one central storm. That's, yeah, this is a cell we got to really be looking out for. Let's see here. Catnado says, hey, Andrew, what's up? Hope you're doing good. See here, Proxy says, hands up, piece of cake. Enjoy. Well, thank you, Proxy. Thank you. Once again, happy birthday to you, Proxy. I'm glad to see you today. Like I said, yesterday when I was when you were here in yesterday's stream, like I said, I'm definitely I was hoping that you'd stop by today so that we could give you the wishes, which I'm glad you did. Thank you. Let's see here. See, someone ate all the donuts. What? What are you talking about, dude? Anyways, let's see. We're going to check up on New Orleans. So, like I said, New Orleans right now is okay. Yeah, you guys in New Orleans are pretty much good. However, not too far to the northeast of New Orleans. Like I said, we have that one storm that's actually there towards, like, Bay St. Louis and Gulfport. Like I said, you can actually see how it has, like, that, almost that perfect curvature to it. Which that in itself is pretty interesting. Like I said, obviously it has that shape to it, which signifies that it definitely does have the potential for some damaging winds on it. Wow. Guys, I'm going to switch you over to satellite for a second. Dude, this is wicked. Here, I'm going to go ahead and show you all what's going on down here. So we're going to go ahead and hop you guys over here to the visible satellite. So this is basically the eyes in the sky here. So in terms of what's going on, so we track way down here in the latest few frames. Look right here. See how the clouds start to thicken up there? And you go to the latest frame, and you can actually see how that thunderstorm is actually becoming well matured. Yeah, there's that one little cell that we were just talking about that's kind of forming south of, shoot, where was that at? South of, let's see, yeah, towards south of Midland. That's where it was at. Yeah, it was south of Midland. That's where that one little cell is popping off. Like I said, obviously what's interesting about this is that this one cell, this is directly east of Fort Stockton. Like I said, this cell in particular is basically, in a zone where not even thunderstorms is expected. Like I said, obviously not even expected to kick off. How's the tropics? Can I see the FSD? Let's say okay, so I'm not going to look at it right now, but in terms of what the tropics have to say, the GFS still supports it, but not as strong as it used to. Obviously, like I said, I'm still going to wait a couple of days, or as long as it takes until I get enough information to tell if this is actually going to happen. But right now, I just don't have enough information on that tropical system. Let's see here. Past few nights here in Kansas near Wichita, there has been lightning every 5 seconds and heavy rain here in Kansas. Yeah, I mean, you guys, not just Kansas. I mean, it's been really like areas of Texas. I mean, Texas has been getting hit hard for the last few days. Especially there towards Dallas. Like, so what we were covering yesterday, we had some pretty gnarly storms. I mean, we were talking large hail. We literally seen that one hailstorm that was basically north of Dallas. Where was this at? Towards like, I believe it was near Carrollton. I believe it was somewhere in this. Obviously, it was in somewhere in this area, but there was literally 4-inch hail that was being reported out there. 4-inch hail. Like, that is monstrous. That is like, what was that, like softball size hail? Yeah, imagine a big chunk of ice the size of a softball coming right through your roof. I mean, that will go straight through your roof in some cases. I've seen it happen. It's crazy. Absolutely nuts. So, like I said, it's just the amount of impact energy that these hailstones. Now, like I said, what's a little alarming is the fact that the Weather Service today did actually mention, out of the tornado watch that they issued across central Texas, they did say that it is possible that we could be seeing a few more of those events today. So there is a chance we could be seeing some more of that activity. Let's see here. Becca says, hey, everyone, missed y'all. Broke my phone. But hey, Proxy, hey, everyone. What's up, Becca? Let's see, Logan. Thank you, dude. Category 1 stormer for 2 months. All right, man. Thank you so much. Saying the storm south of Bollinger, really increasing in lightning activity, which leads me to believe the storm is intensifying very rapidly. Yeah, that is correct. Usually whenever you do see, like I said, usually whenever you guys do see lightning that starts to become excessive, not just in thunderstorms, but also like in tropical systems. I mean, tropical storms and hurricanes usually don't have much lightning unless there is some serious intensification that's going on. You would find some lightning in the eye, or not the eye, but the eye wall. Basically, that the edge of the eye. You would actually see increased lightning activity. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. Let's see here. Any storms for Georgia tomorrow? Yes, we're gonna need to watch out tomorrow for Georgia. Let's see here. Becca says, miss y'all so much. We got so much catching up to do. Yeah, I don't think I've been here since right before you're supposed to go see Andrew. I miss y'all. Yeah, it's been a long time, Becca. I hope you're doing good. Anything for Kentucky? In terms of, nothing going on for Kentucky. Like I said, obviously we had yesterday's event that did impact Kentucky, but over the next 3 days, unfortunately, I say unfortunately because I like storms, we do not have any activity scheduled for Kentucky, which it is what it is. But I do tell you what, guys, tomorrow we got a really big risk across the southeast. Honestly, I mean, if you want to know my personal opinion, I do not think that they're going to, or I think that they might even increase this to an enhanced risk. Especially for Wednesday. Here's tomorrow's risk. Really targeting the southeast tomorrow, all the way from Dallas to basically the east coast. I mean, all the way literally from like coastal Georgia, coastal South Carolina, going all the way like north central Texas. We got a pretty big risk out there. Tornadoes, I mean, it's going to be a possibility tomorrow too, but mostly damaging hail. You see how that has like that black netting around it? That's telling us that we're talking excessive hail tomorrow. What I mean by excessive hail is like really, really large hail, potentially well over 2 inches in diameter. Could be possible across a lot of those storms in the southeast. So yeah, no, we're gonna need to really be live. I'm gonna be live for the next several days, y'all, because like I said, we're gonna continue to see more and more severe weather to be kicking off here. Let's see here. What's the risk of tornadoes, hail, and winds in Justin, Texas today? So, all right, so back over here today. So Justin, I tell you what, we're gonna pull up Justin, Texas, real quickly. If, like I said, I don't know if I can do this too often because you see how I'm trying to drag my mouse, but my computer's been being really slow today. Oh, it's doing something. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a really good computer too. Like I said, I built this thing, so I know it's a good computer. But it's just being really ridiculously slow today. I don't know what's going on with it. Anyways, but in terms of it, you said Justin, Texas. Let's see. So you, my friend, so obviously today's main concern is in Central Texas. That's kind of where like the big part of it is today. Let's see here. So yeah, just in Texas, you do have a risk. You're in a slight risk, which is a level, like I said, level 2 out of 5. So we'll continue to watch it. Tornado probability does exist, 2% chance. Damaging winds, 15% chance, and hail, 15 significant. So there's a really big shot that we could be seeing some pretty nasty, like I said, pretty nasty severe storms across those regions. But right now, in terms of what's going on in Dallas right now, like I said, the good news is right at the moment, it is actually looking pretty okay. Actually is looking all right. Let's see here. Golden with a $15 super chat. Golden, thank you so much, dude. Greatly appreciated. Dude, thank you, Golden. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for the support. You rock. Thank you so much, Golden. It means a lot. It means a heck of a lot to me. Thank you so much, Golden. You absolutely rock. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Got a little bit of rain in Pennsylvania, not enough to be to write home about. Gotcha. Maybe radar app is slow at the moment. No, it's my computer. Like I said, I was planning on going live at like right at 7, which that was the plan, and my computer just started getting really slow. I started it up and it took forever to boot up. I mean, look at it right now. My camera's frozen. That's how you know my computer is like glitching out, which is crazy. Hopefully it'll get better soon, which I've already been live for about 45 minutes and it's still acting up a bit. Let's see here. Alabama getting smacked. So, okay, Alabama does have a risk today. It's really okay. So today's Alabama risk is kind of isolated to the south. Kind of in areas like areas basically just towards Montgomery and southbound. Like I said, Mobile right now, we actually are getting a storm in Mobile, Alabama. Actually, it seems to really have decayed in the last few minutes. That's good news. Earlier, this thing was actually a severe one, which I'll go ahead and play back the radar here. Give it 1 second to finish loading. But like I said, in terms of, what was going on out there in Mobile, Alabama, we were actually seeing, a pretty severe thunderstorm, that was occurring out there. Like I said, obviously in terms of damaging winds and hail, which started tracking its way there towards the coastline, towards Mobile. Like I said, obviously as it did such, it actually looks like it's been decaying a bit, which I don't know what's going on. See the little progress bar up there? Now it's loading. Okay. So in terms of it, you can actually see how it really looks to have like weakened. I mean, at its prime time, you can see right there, pretty gnarly looking storm tracking right there towards Mobile. And then, like I said, the last few minutes, it just kind of seems to have faded. So that's good news. Overall, that's really good news. Yeah, absolutely. Golden Arrow at the heart. Once again, Golden Arrow, you rock, dude. Thank you so much. Richard says, LOL, pretty sure good and slow are mentally exclusive when it comes to PCs. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I spent $1,600 on. I built this computer. I mean, it is a powerhouse. But what I really think it is, I think it's my solid state drive. I think that's what's doing it. I literally have my solid state drive like almost completely maxed out. So I think it's just kind of. Like I said, I think it's just kind of overloaded. I'm going to need to. I have a lot of games on this computer that I used to play. I have a laptop for that now, so I'm probably just going to go wipe all these games, so maybe it'll make it faster. Hopefully it will. Because like I said, this is more my work computer now. That's the reason I bought a laptop, so that I can actually use this as my work computer for this exactly. Let's see here. Becca with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Becca. Say, I'm so thankful for y'all. Y'all have saved so many lives. I wish I had more. I was wondering if you'd tell me what Nashville is. Becca, first of all, it's like I said, it's not about how much, it's the thought that counts. And seriously, the $5, that is greatly appreciated. That will seriously help us out a lot more than you think. Thank you so much. Like I said, it helps keep food on the table for me. It helps basically keep all these programs running because, like I said, unfortunately, these things are not free. But like I said, it does not matter how much, but seriously, it is super appreciative. Like I said, any donation is greatly, greatly appreciated. So thank you so much. So you said you were wondering about what Nashville is going to be. So for today in Nashville, the good news is that actually we're not expecting any thunderstorms to occur. It is actually relatively clear right now across portions of Nashville. So that's good news. In terms of cloud cover and stuff like that, obviously, Nashville looks to be, partly cloudy for the most part. Let's actually look at the satellite view right now, which I'll go ahead and hop y'all over to. Here's the satellite right now. So Nashville's obviously up in this area here. Relatively good. Like I said, really nothing to worry about here for today. However, I will say tomorrow, let's see, tomorrow's risk, not really anything either. Yeah, actually the next 3 days is looking pretty okay for you. No severe weather is on the horizon. Let's see here. Golden says, happy birthday, Proxy. Absolutely. Everyone, please give Proxy a happy birthday. Let's see here. I was worried about my plants, says Pat. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, like I said, obviously it's growing season. I actually got a garden that's growing outside as well. Actually growing some radishes. Oh, man, I love some homegrown radishes. They are awesome. Anyways, let's do a little update here. Wow, they upgraded that. Okay, so y'all, that one storm that's kicking off in central Texas here, that the HRRR actually did pick up, that storm is really, really cranking. 2.5-inch hail now, which that is some large hail equivalent to tennis ball size. So tennis ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts is a possibility out in this one storm in central Texas. This is directly due east of San Angelo. You can see there's San Angelo right now. Even looks like another storm starting to pop off. We'll talk more about that here in a second. But the distance from San Angelo, from central San Angelo to the center of the storm is about, let's see here. So from central San Angelo to the central storm, about 55 miles from what it looked like. So that's, yeah, not terribly too far. But that is directly east of, like I said, directly east here of San Angelo. Like I said, obviously you guys, we do have a, like I said, hail, 2.5-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Like I said, obviously that is, what we are seeing out there. Obviously the main threat out of this storm is hail. Like I said, tennis ball size hail. You guys realize how significant tennis ball size hail is? We're talking, I mean, you guys should know. If you've ever shoveled snow, if you've ever done anything with ice, you know how heavy ice can be. Yeah, imagine that falling at terminal velocity, plus maybe even kicking up a bit of speed from, like I said, kicking up a bit of speed from those damaging wind gusts. Like I said, up to 60 miles per hour. So terminal velocity of a hailstone about tennis ball size, I think is around, like, was it 50 miles per hour or so? Not exactly sure. Definitely correct me on that if I'm wrong. But it is pretty quick. And like I said, obviously, if you have tennis balls, big chunks of ice, don't think of the weight of a tennis ball. Think of the size of the tennis ball with ice weight. I mean, it is crazy. It is crazy, crazy, crazy. Anyways, but like I said, that's what looks to be going on right now. Now, let's see. Is this radar indicated or is this... okay, yeah, this is radar indicated, so it has not been observed. But I do tell you what, that's not going to stop me from going over to the radar on this screen. Yeah, this one actually highlights reports. I have this one set up to highlight reports. Wow, we do! Look at that, you guys. 2.5. 2.5-inch hail. Tennis ball reported. This was at 23:44 UTC. It's 23:50. So this was 6 minutes ago here in, let's see, McCalla County, Texas, 2 miles north of Salt Gap. Wow. That's crazy. Let's see here. Scott, with a $5.50 donation. Thank you so much, Scott. Really appreciate it. You rock, man. We love you. Thank you for being here. To my favorite Canadian. Let's see here. Becca says, thanks, for my husband's been Amazon for 11 years, so it's very short. Oh, really? That's cool. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. Let's see here. Becca says, I'm tearing up. Thank you all so much. It's going to be all right because he already got a job. Doesn't pay as much. Oh, sorry about that. Let's see here. George says, wow. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, isn't it? Really? That's really large hail. Yeah, they actually got another report out there, too. 2.25. Hen egg plus. So we're talking like egg size hail, typical eggs you fry it for breakfast. Egg size hail and larger. Like, wow. That is some, yeah, that right there is pretty crazy. That is actually really, really crazy. So very, very large hail is already being detected out there. So right between Salt Gap and Dole, yeah, you guys got to watch out for that. They actually have 9 minutes left on this warning. This warning is actually about to be expired here in like 8 minutes now, which leads me to believe 100% they're going to issue another warning on this. They're not just going to be like, yep, we're done. They're going to actually pull out another warning. Like 100%. At this point, it's still really cranking. 100% chance of that. And like I said, obviously I would say next up areas they got to be looking out for is like, Richland Springs. You guys are right in the track of that. Yeah, there's Richland Springs. This is tracking right towards you. It looks like it's going to be dodging Brownwood, so that's good news. But like I said, also what I was talking about is there's another little storm popping off here west of Eden. I think this one could actually go somewhere. I do think this storm actually could go somewhere. The reason I say that is because, I mean, it's kind of in its own little environment here to the south where it has all this moisture to take its way in, which, like I said, obviously the HRRR only showed that one cell, but like I said, models aren't perfect. I think there could be more than just one storm firing off in this environment here. It already is. It already is showing, another storm popping off here. So that is something that we are going to continue to watch. So who knows? This one could end up like its bigger brother and eventually could go warned. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, Sean says my stream keeps buffering on my end. Yeah, I don't know if it's your internet issue or if it's my computer. Like I said, I know my computer's been being really slow today. So like I said, I'm terribly sorry about that. Let's see here. Is there any storms in Abilene? Right now, I don't think so. Really, the only storms that we have going on right now is basically the one here in Central Texas. Look at that. They just actually issued a warning for this. 1.25-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So they actually brought that down a bit. Oh, you know what's happening? This storm is splitting. Look at that. It's actually splitting into two. That's why. Holy cow. So it looks like we now have 3 storms. That storm actually just kind of diverted from each other. That is really interesting. I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and bring up I'm going to bring up my pen here so I can actually draw on the screen. Dude, that is crazy. Yeah, that thing is like really starting to split. Yeah, you can see how it's 2 different entities now. Got 1, and then we got 2, and then we also have this little convection burst popping off down there. So there you go. But like I said, typically what happens during the split process is that the northern cell usually does not last as long. I mean, it depends on how far spaced out they can get between each other. But if it remains close enough towards the southern cell for long enough, it'll likely eat up all of that instability. The southern cell will, and basically kill out the northern cell. Basically, like, it's a way of basically choking out a storm. Is kind of what's happening there. But right now, at least, they're both severe. Like I said, this warning is about to expire in 5 minutes. I think they're going to be extending another warning. I'd say potentially there towards, right there between Richland Springs. I think that is something that is going to be eventually warned. I'd say give it at least obviously at least 5 minutes. Then we'll likely have another warning out here towards Richland Springs, or have a warning for Richland Springs. So, because like I said, the storm is generally tracking in that direction. Who knows? Maybe even like Brady could be in that warning there too. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Let's see, just split. I haven't seen that before. No, it's a lot more common than you think. I mean, actually, yesterday I seen something that was pretty interesting with the splitting storm. At some point, I don't know if any of you guys were here during yesterday's live stream when I said this, but like I said, I was talking about how we seen one storm, it split off into 2, and then it split off again. It had one storm split into 2, and then it split into 3, which was really crazy. That I've never seen. I've seen a storm obviously split in half before and continue its own ways, but I've never seen I've never seen like it's splitting up like like an atom, or it's just crazy. I've never seen it like that. Like I said, it looked like it was like fission that was occurring, or fusion, fission, whichever one basically breaks. Fusion, I think, brings molecules together. Fission splits them apart. I could be wrong. I'm not a nuclear physicist, but anyways, but yeah, that's kind of what it was doing. It was really crazy. It was really cool, actually. Yeah, we were watching that here in yesterday's stream. Pretty crazy. Can San Angelo expect this noise? So San Angelo, now you guys do have a risk for a potential of a few storms. However, right now I don't think that you guys are really gonna. Personally, I don't think you're gonna see anything. Like I said, according to the HRRR, it only showed a few storms. Actually, really only one storm popping off in the central enhanced risk area. That's it. Literally one storm is what the HRRR was saying here. You don't believe me? Look at this. I'm gonna hop you guys back over here to the HRRR model. Literally showed an entire one storm popping off in central Texas, and then just kind of dissipating. But like I said, that's obviously different than what's happening right now. I mean, say on the current actual view, we have really 3 storms now that is currently popping off, which is pretty crazy. Which actually is pretty cool. But like I said, obviously we have this this little frontal. Like I said, I think this was the or the one here towards Odessa. This is a warm front right here. But in terms of what's going on with in terms of what's going on here with the storms here, is we have this kind of boundary here that is actually firing off these storms. So San Angelo's already passed that boundary. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be impossible for any storms to happen in San Angelo, but I don't think it's going to happen personally. I think they're just mostly going to be firing off across the line. Probably the storm towards Eden might even be one of the last ones that gets down that far south. I mean, you never know, but compared to what we've been seeing, that kind of seems like a good possibility. Let's see here. What's that hum in the background? Could be my fan. I have a fan. It gets pretty warm down here with my computer and stuff. But yeah, sorry if that's what it is. Here, I'll move it further away, so maybe it's not as loud. Anyways, let me see here. Unless if it's actually the weather radio.
Again at 6 p.m.
I do have that on. That might even be what it is, actually. I think that might be what it is. Anyways, let's see here. Thanks always in depth. You're the best. No problem, man. You are very welcome. There we go. What did I tell you? They did it. Brady, they included Richland Springs as well. They did both of it. Continuing the 2.5-inch hail on it, though. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts being a possibility. I tell you what, we're going to hop you guys back over here to this radar. Yeah, I mean, look at this. This has been the last few minutes. It is splitting. You can see those 2 warnings, got the top and the bottom. So, yeah, the storm is splitting into 2 different storms. Also, we cannot forget about that storm towards Eden. I don't know. I really don't know if that storm in Eden's going to last long, though. I don't know. It's hard to tell because, I mean, it's right behind the most powerful storm out of the bunch, which, in some instances, it depends on the trajectory, the downdraft. If the cooler air is smacking the surface and if it's running into the Eden storm, that could make a pool of stability, which would allow for the storm to basically die out. Because storms need instability. Like I said, it depends. But we'll see. Well, I mean, that's all we can do is just sit here and watch and see what happens with the storms here. Obviously, I'll let you guys know the latest information with it. I mean, we can tell what's going on as it happens, but I don't know. It's just interesting to see how this could kick off. Let me see here. Is it going to rain June 23rd at 3:07:03? Okay, Florida weather, first of all, we're not looking that far out because that is way, way too far out to be looking at. It's simply way too inaccurate to be looking out that far. It's not worth it. It would be likely incorrect. Yeah, you know me, guys. I really don't like looking more than 5 days out unless I see, like, days and models and tons of models of agreement that's further than 5 days, then maybe I will consider it. But usually whenever it's like this, I don't like looking more than 5 days out. I mean, even at 5 days, it's a little iffy. Really, for the first 3 days, we have a pretty solid understanding of what's going on. That's why the SPC only has the main category outlooks going out 3 days, is because that's about it. Anyways, let's see. Still has to be awesome. I traveled to almost every state, but Alaska and northerns like Idaho and Dakotas was let's see. Wow, you were in the Navy? Becca, you were in the Navy? Wow, cool. Yeah, that's pretty. I've only been to the East Coast, really. I've not really traveled as far west as I've been is right where I'm at right now, literally in Louisville. Yeah, I mean, I've been across a lot of the Southeast and Mid Atlantic. A little bit of the Northeast. As high up north that I've been is Pennsylvania. See the humming stop. Oh, okay, cool. Let's see, another slow day in Kansas. Yeah, Kansas today, not really in for anything too crazy, really. The only area that we could watch out for maybe a few thunderstorms is, southwestern Kansas. I mean, right now there is a little bit of storms happening in kind of west central. Yeah, but it's honestly a really low chance that any of those will actually go severe. So, but yeah. Let's see here. What time does the enhanced risk warning expire for the Central Texas? Well, they update the they update the convective outlook here in about an hour, I believe. I think it's 9 o'clock. Yes, so we'll get a new update of the convective outlook in 1 hour. Because it's 8 o'clock already. Wow, it's already 8. Y'all, time flies too quickly. I tell you what, that is just crazy. I mean, it's already 8 o'clock. Where did they go? Anyways, yep, so they canceled that back warning there. They ended up getting rid of that one warning that was in effect for, let's see, where was this for? Okay, so Miller's View in Central Texas, now no longer under warning. Actually, like I said, we did have a little bit of reports here. We did get a little bit of reports coming out of Miller View of quarter-size hail. But like I said, between Salt Gap and Dull, or Dual, same thing, tomato, same thing, essentially. Like I said, 2.5-inch hail. We've actually seen that, which that's some tennis ball size hail, which that is crazy. That is crazy. Let's see here. Becca says, sorry, Andrew. No, my dad was. Oh, okay. We lived in Pennsylvania everywhere, but my bad. I was talking to Florida. So sorry, I didn't mean to mess up reporting. No, Becca, don't worry about it. It's all cool. Let's see here. MP says storms in New York State. You guys, let's see here. New York State. Okay, yep. There is actually a chance for New York to get it today. Which let me hop you all over here to the SPC. Yeah, here's today's outlook. It kind of has like a big ramp. It's basically like a big ramp. Let me zoom out a little bit more. There you go. So you can see as far west as like Colorado. It kind of dips down in the southern plains, southeast, and it goes right up the mid-Atlantic and into portions of the northeast. The southern northeast. So yeah, New York State does have a risk out there, but only for damaging winds and extreme. Whoa! Tornado warning. Hold on a minute. But yeah, only for damaging winds. Radar indicated. Okay, that's new information, y'all. Breaking news, everybody. We got a first tornado warning here. Wow. Okay, yep, tornado warning is now in effect. Let's see. It has not... Oh, there we go. All right, so tornado warning for Salt Gap. I think Salt Gap is good, though. You guys are behind that tail. Let's see. But this is mostly for areas like Melvin. If you live in Melvin and Whiteland, you guys have got to be in your shelter right now. This is tracking towards Brady, too. So we got to be looking out for this guy. At the moment, there's not really too much rotation that's kicking off there. I mean, there's been hints of some rotation in a few past scans, like right there. A little bit of rotation that's been popping off there. But the storm does look like it might have the potential of actually dropping a tornado eventually. Good news. I mean, obviously, it's a good thing to issue a tornado warning for a situation like that. But anyways, yeah, that is essentially what we are. That is essentially what we are seeing here. So this is for Chancho and McCulloch counties. I probably butchered that. Anyways, but like I said, that's in effect here for the next 41 minutes. So this will be in effect here until 8:45 Eastern, but more specifically, since you guys are in the Central Time where the warning's at, this will be in effect here until, like I said, this will be in effect here until 7:45 you guys' time. But yeah, once again, tornado warning in effect. They also did include the possibility for 2.5-inch hail. Dangerous storm will be near Brady Lake around 7:35 Central, and Brady around 7:40. That is word from the National Weather Service there. So once again, like I said, Brady is probably the most populated area in the storm there. Like I said, it looks to be definitely a pretty populated area. Got to be watching out for that. So Brady, heads up for you guys. You guys are in a tornado warning. Oh wow, it's really starting to take a hook shape to it as well. Yeah. So Brady, I would be in your shelter right now, because like I said, the tail part, this end right here, that's the tornadic part of the storm. Like I said, that is getting ready to cross over Melvin, or it might pass slightly north of Melvin. It's going to be riding quite parallel to Highway 87 here, tracking eastbound, eventually going over West Sweden, eventually going over the intersection between 87 and 283. And then, of course, we're going into areas like northern Brady eventually down in time. So, obviously, that is kind of the track. It might, like I said, it looks like it's going to be riding quite parallel to Highway 87. So we will need to be watching that really closely. Velocity on this, like I said, still is not really anything tight. There's really not any tight rotation out of it right now, but still, it does look like it is developing. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near Melvin, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. So that is currently what we are looking at. So we're going to need to watch out for this. Once again, this is right over areas like Salt Gap, cross portions here of Whiteland. We also have, like I said, once again, Melvin included here. So that is what we are seeing here. Let's see. So we'll continue watching. Let's see. That's where Reed's at. Looks gnarly. Yeah, it does. It does actually look like a pretty gnarly storm. I think this storm actually does have some pretty nasty potential on it. I mean, like I said, you can look at the velocity here on that. I mean, right now there's not any like really tight rotation happening with it. But you can tell something a little eerie is going on with it. Like I said, obviously, as we were starting to get this little tail that is starting to form here. Like I said, anytime you see a tail that comes out of a supercell like that, then obviously that's something we got to be really looking out for. So we'll need to watch this. Now, once again, this storm does indeed have the history of producing, like I said, does have the history of producing very large hail, up to 2.5 inches in diameter, which that is equivalent to tennis ball size hail has been reported out of that storm. So we're gonna need to watch this one really closely. Let's see here, velocity. We're gonna keep on watching this one closely, really closely today. Let's see. So right now it's southeast of Salt Groves. Salt Gap. Salt Gap right now is actually. You guys are in the warning, but I honestly I'd say that you're pretty much good to go because, like I said, the wall of or the area where the rotation is at is right in here, and this is tracking away from Salt Gap. So I think, like I said, even the precipitation seems to have stopped in Salt Gap. So you're pretty much good to go if you live out there. However, Melvin, in your shelter now. Also, areas here like Whiteland, in your shelter now. Brady, shelter now. Because, like I said, this is, this thing's really starting to get that inflow, starting to really kick up in the storm here. I mean, if you look real closely, you can actually see how that inflow notch is really starting to become quite visible here in the storm here. Like I said, this is going to be crossing, once again, kind of parallel to Highway 87. Got to be crossing relatively parallel to Highway 87 here. And like I said, this thing is targeting right towards Brady. So Brady's a pretty populated area, which I believe, let's see here. Let's see, population of Brady, Texas is, let's see here, 5,000 people. Yep, 5,000 people who live out in Brady, Texas. So obviously it's tracking in your general direction. Starting to really take that classic hook shape to it as well. So that right there is something, we're going to need to really watch this. Wow. Yeah, no, this is getting pretty serious. Oh, shoot, that latest velocity scan just tightened up a bit, at least on this radar view. Yep, that's definitely tightened up a bit here towards Melvin, east of Melvin now. Yeah, so West Sweden, you guys, like I said, obviously West Sweden, let's see here, Niblock, I think that's how you, Niblock, maybe? We have Brady here, obviously Paul Junction, East Sweden, you guys, sheltered now. Wow, there you go. Starting to pop up here on my other radar, new one just popped up. Even the radars showing a TVS, tornadic vortex signature out there. Which that is telling us that, even the AI for radar is saying that there is basically some rotation that's occurring. Which, yep, it is. It is absolutely. Holy cow. Yeah, so we're going to need to watch out for that closely. Let's see, this is, okay, so the rotation's obviously away from Salt Gap. So Salt Gap, you're good to go, essentially. But still, I'd remain indoors. Because there's still likely some lightning activity that's kicking off with that. Let's see here. Areas of Melvin. Melvin is relatively relatively west of the area of rotation right now, which the rotation's moving eastward, or that area of rotation is moving eastward. So obviously, like I said, Melvin, you guys are pretty much good to go. But like I said, obviously, Whiteland, you guys still. But if I was in Melvin, I'd still be inside of your shelter here for at least the next 10 minutes or so. Same thing for Whiteland. Yeah, you too. this thing is literally riding parallel to Highway 87. Like I said, you can look at it right here. This thing is going right, following right along the highway. That's 87 right here between east and west. So we're going to need to watch out for that here. Still, as of right now, latest information, still radar indicated here. Like I said, according to, let's see, what was it, Proxy? Proxy says chase team spotted a suction vortex in Melvin, Texas. So this was kind of right there where that tornado warning is. Like I said, the rotation now is east of Melvin at the moment here. Let's see here. Let's see, under the mesocyclone, it's clear the lowering can be seen, says Proxy. Okay, well, thank you, Proxy. Greatly appreciated. Florida says Reed thinks he sees a wall cloud. Okay. Yep, definitely taking steps here, y'all. We got a lot of in and outbound wind shear. So obviously this thing is rotating pretty well. Like I said, in the latest frames, it does appear to be rotating a bit more. It's getting a little bit more aggressively. Like I said, obviously it might just remain north of Whiteland. However, Whiteland, you should still be inside of your. Like I said, you should be inside of your shelter. Until further notice. Once again, Brady, heads up, everybody in your shelters. Central interior room of your home if you do not have a basement. Obviously, a basement, storm cellar, number one area you want to go to. That is where you want to go in terms of in terms of what's going on. I need to get me like a water or something. Anyways, but that is what we are seeing. So heads up, you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna ask my mom if she'll bring me a water. Yeah, my throat's getting a little bit dry. All right, anyways. But like I said, obviously, got to be looking out for this here closely. Brady, once again, heading right there for you. Still obviously is hooking a bit. Still got that classic hook there. We got quite a notch. It almost looks like a fin, a dolphin fin, from what it looks like, actually. Like I said, that's just basically in what's going on here. Is that's just a bunch of warm air that's being sucked its way into the storm right in that area. So that is, that is what we are seeing. So yeah, once again, Kimberly says prayers for y'all. Absolutely, yeah, guys. Seriously, got to watch out this closely. We're gonna keep on constantly updating you guys with this storm here. Like I said, this thing's turning into quite a beast. It already is a beast. Because like I said, this thing is already having the potential of producing 2.5-inch hail. Speaking of, I wonder if that was Reed that reported the hail. There was actually a little bit ago. Yeah, Storm Chaser. This was at a while ago. Reported a little bit of hail out there, southeast of Millersview, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, this thing's definitely. Thank you. Definitely is turning into a pretty nasty storm here. Very solid inflow notch, continuing to really deliver a lot of moisture to the storm here. It definitely is starting to kick off here. I mean, once again, we have areas like Whiteland that's in the middle of this. Same thing for Brady. Once again, population 5,000 out there towards Brady, in which we still need to be looking out for this really closely. Anyways. See, Rain says we have a 21. Yeah, we do. Like I said, Central Texas, you guys. Holy cow. A lot has actually happened. Here in the last little bit. Let's see. Brownwood has a severe thunderstorm warning out there. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and 1.25-inch hail. Obviously, the southern cell. Always the south cell remains dominant. That's something that you guys are going to notice. In terms of these storms. Yep, still really hooking. Got quite a hook on it. Rotations, it still seems like that rotation still needs to really get a hold of itself now. I mean, it looks like the rotation right now is still quite broad. So still is quite large rotation, needs to tighten up before it really wants to do anything significant, which let's hope it doesn't. Let's hope it kind of dies out here. But I mean, like, since it's kind of in its own little environment right now, since it's kind of like in the middle of nothing essentially, I think that this could really I think this could really really continue to amplify for the next while, which I hope not, but we'll definitely be watching it. Let's see here. So once again, heads up. Let's see, Whiteland. Yep, you guys are kind of in that bear's cage there. Would be in your shelter if you're in Whiteland there. Let's see here. Heading towards Brady. Yep, like I said, Brady, you're still a little ways away from it, but this storm does have enough time to get its act together and potentially drop a tornado over you. So let's hope that's not the case scenario. But like I said, all things aside, it is a possibility in which you need to take action now in order to protect yourself. Like I said, what I recommend if you're in Brady right now, obviously I'm sure if they have sirens, I'm sure they're going off in Brady. But like I said, if there's if there's anything going on, like I said, what I was gonna say is, if you don't know where to go, central interior portion of your home, if you do not have a basement or a storm cellar, that is what we're looking at. And like I said, if you have a storm cellar, that's where you want to go. Now, central interior room of your home, put as many walls between yourself and the outdoors as possible. The central portion of your home here. And like I said, obviously, if you can, bring a helmet, bring your first aid kit, bring your pair of shoes. Pair of shoes going to help you with any sharp objects on the ground if you do get hit by a tornado. Obviously, the first aid kit, if there's any injuries from it, you can, at some degree, help out those injuries. And obviously, if there's if your helmet, that's going to help you from flying debris if you do get hit. So, like I said, obviously, it is something that you need to have in your shelter there with you. Now, in terms of the latest scan here, we still got a bit of broad rotation. Still needs a little bit of work. Before it can really start cranking. But like I said, there has been reports of wall clouds out of this here, so it would not surprise me. Let's see, tornado and tennis ball size hail. Yeah, that's another thing. It's not just a shot here for not just a shot for tornadoes, but also there's a good shot here for the potential of a, once again, for some large hail up to 2.5 inches, which that is tennis ball size. So, like I said, yeah, tennis ball size hail does seem to be a good possibility as well. So we'll need to, watch out. I mean, this thing's already reported. That it honestly kind of looks like it might be starting to pick back up in that rotation. It might be trying to get a little bit more aggressive here. So let's see. Yeah, we're going to need to watch this guy real close. Now, just in advance, heads up to people like, let's see here, Voca and, Rochelle. Now, this area of rotation, if it continues to be tornadic for a while, it's tracking in your general direction. I would watch it closely. Like I said, you hear the latest scan, it definitely looks like it is trying to. It looks like it's trying to drop a tornado. That is kind of what it seems like it's trying to do here. Nothing on correlation coefficient yet. Still got that obvious hook, a very nasty looking inflow notch there. Obviously the hook echo, you can kind of see how it looks like a little fishing hook there. Yeah, anytime you see that, that's good sign that there's a bit of rotation that's kicking off. In this case, it looks like it might be trying to tighten up a bit. Hence, you can actually see those. Brighter colors starting to come out. That is telling us that it looks like we are going to be seeing maybe a bit more solidification, a bit more organization that's occurring with the storm here. Let's see here. Proxy says hail is moving towards the chase team's position. Yeah, the core of the hail core is basically right in here, where you see all that purple and blue. A lot of this is mostly heavy rain, but this is where the hail is. Mostly north of Whiteland. This is pretty much east of Salt Gap. That is where a lot of the that's essentially where a lot of the hail is. Obviously, the rotation's down here. It's right next to Whiteland right now. Is where this is. Whiteland is currently right where the rotation is at right now. Like I said, correlation coefficient, we are not seeing anything. We're not seeing anything on CC yet, which that's good news. Like I said, this will obviously let us know if there's any tornadic debris that the radar is detecting. Like I said, let's hope we don't have any of that because we do not want any of it. But it's definitely starting to kick off. Also, this northern cell here, it's they actually upgraded that concern there to 1.5-inch hail. So actually, we got kind of 3 storms popping off right now. We got the hook here, obviously the supercell here, and we got the storm that's kind of merging in the back. That could hurt development of a tornado. That could be good. And obviously we have this here, this northern cell there, which does not seem to really be doing that much of a concern, other than maybe 1.5-inch hail and maybe even 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts could be possible out of it, but that's about it. But right now, Brady, you guys are kind of in the crosshairs right now. I would definitely remain in your shelter until further notice. We got 22 minutes until the warning expires, but still, you never know if they're going to re-extend that warning or not. So at least 22 minutes to go. So we're going to need to watch this one really closely. Let's see. We're going to hop back over here to the main velocity. Let's see. GR2. Yeah, like I said, obviously pretty sharp inflow notch there. Velocity, yeah. It's trying. It's definitely trying to do it. Definitely trying. Let's see. Scott, dude, thank you for the $4.40 donation. You absolutely rock, Scott. Thank you. Very, very sweet. Bit of love for my favorite Canadian. Thank you so much, Scott. Super, super nice of you. What's up, Leon? Let's see. Once again, Scott, dude, thank you so much for supporting us. Greatly appreciated. You absolutely rock. We love you. Thank you. Anyways, but like I said, yep, guys, Brady, heads up. Seriously, it's getting a little interesting here. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, you can see if we play this in motion, you can actually see how that is tracking there towards Brady. It looks like, oh man, it looks like it's heading right for the populated area of Brady too. Which a lot of the populated area is right in here. A lot of that southbound stuff here. And like I said, the rotation there is going right in that direction. Let's hope that back cell merging. So we have this guy right here that's merging in with this supercell here. Let's hope that at least throws off. Let's hope that throws off the rotation a bit. At least, if not, just completely remove it. We do not want any tornadoes here, but they do have a threat. And like I said, there is a tornado watch across the areas, with now a tornado warning across Brady. So, like I said, if you know anybody in Brady, Texas, prepare now. Seriously, you've had a lot of time to prepare for this. We've been tracking this potentially tornadic cell for quite a few minutes now, in which I would take the advice, get to your shelter. Seriously. Let's see here. Stunner says hi. What's up? Let's see. Liam says tornado warning observed or radar indicated. So the this is radar indicated right now. But there has been reports, from what I heard, of like funnel clouds. I'm not seeing it on the warning text, but apparently there's been reports of like let's say funnel clouds. Sorry, wall clouds. Let's see. But yeah, no. Still, regardless, it definitely looks like it is rotating quite a bit. I mean, it is going right there towards Brady. Teams are heading to Brady, Texas now. This is Proxy. Gotcha. Yeah, they better be careful. This thing is. Yeah, I don't like this storm. This thing is a little eerie. 'Cause it looks like it's gonna form a tornado, then it kind of pulls away for a second, then it's going right back at it next frame. It could be the matter of minutes before a tornado happened. Honestly, it would not even be surprising if we did have if a tornado was reported out of this. I would seriously not even be concerned. Right now, in correlation coefficient, though, the good news, there's no debris signature. So there's right now there's no evidence of any tornadoes going on with it. See, it's just the bear nesting. Oh, yeah. The bear's cage. Yeah, it's going right there towards South Brady. Like I said, eventually, areas like, oh, wow, you know what? It's actually really shifting its course, too. Look at that. So it's really kind of seemed like it's starting to take more of a southerly approach. So it looks like it might even be heading towards, like, let's see, Volca. Maybe even towards, like, Camp San Saba, towards those regions. I would definitely be ready to take action if you live out there. Yeah, that is something that's a little bit crazy. Let's see, we're gonna pop on the last frame here. It's trying. Have you ever seen a mothership before? I have not. Well, kind of not really. Kind of, yeah. The more I think about it, I have ran into some pretty storms that could have been one. I've been in a lot of shelf clouds though, which shelf clouds are pretty common actually. Wow, yep, still seeing that TVS there from radar. They just actually issued a warning. Or hold on, no, that's been there for a while. For me, I was thinking that was a new warning they just issued, but no, that's been the fact here. Like I said, also, once again, heads up, not just a possible tornado with the storm here, but also 2.5 or tennis ball size hail possible. 2.5 inch in diameter. Wow. Yeah, it seems to be a good possibility out there. Let's see. I don't know if it's because weather's close to my internet's being bad. I don't know. My computer's been being really slow today for some reason. Oh, yep, there you go. We just got a report, y'all. New report coming through right there of 1.75 inch from Storm Chaser. How much you want to bet that's... Is that Reed? Storm Chaser? 1.75 inch hail out there? That might even be Reed and his team. But although I'm sure there's a lot of Storm Chasers out that's in it right now. Would definitely not be surprised. Yeah, that would not be surprising at all. If it was or not. Does anyone know is Dom 1 out there too? I know Dom 3's been very active this season so far, or from what we've gotten this season. But I heard Dom 1's back and rolling. Wow. Yeah, we're just gonna keep on looking at it. Let's see here. See, probably is Reed, says Liam. Could be. Good news is it might be appearing that the rotation might be starting to wane down a bit. Let's hope that is. I mean, there's obviously not one tight couplet there. It still remains quite broad from what it looks like. See, Dom 1 and 3 out, I think, says John. Gotcha. Let's see here. Florida weather says GFS change for going through Cuba. Yeah, I'm not really worrying about that tropical system anymore. It's been kind of being pushed back and waning down a bit. I think eventually it'll be ruled out by the model. We'll see. Not until I see other models start to say there might be a tropical system. That's when I'll start really looking into it more. But anyways, let's see. Wish I could storm chase in the west. Yeah, honestly, I'd love to be out there too right now, but honestly, it's better that I'm here with you guys and alerting the people who live here because, I mean, like I said, obviously, we need people on, not necessarily, storm chasers are very useful for, photography, obviously, that's kind of the main one, but a lot of it is, research teams. That's important, yes. But, obviously we need a lot of people out there too to be reporting it, and that's what I'm here for. We need people to know this stuff because if they don't know it, then they're in danger. Can't let this see that happen. Oh shoot, 2.75 inch. Holy cow, dude! That's the biggest one yet we've seen today. 2.7 baseball size hail from a storm chaser reported here in McCalla, Texas. Dude, yeah, they're right in the core of that too. They are right in the core of that storm there. Yeah, like I said, I mean that core is riding right along Highway 87. Yeah, Highway 87 is probably getting pelted. I would advise staying away from 87 for now, between Brady and see here, Melvin. Yeah, between Melvin and Brady, I would stay away from Highway 87. But yeah, 2.75, that's definitely the biggest hailstone report we've seen today. Let's see here. Stream that both has his stream that both Dom 1 and 3 are out chasing. Gotcha, Proxy. Thank you. Let's see. Reason why we're having these severe weather polar jet, subtropical jet constantly move across southern plains this week. Huh. Obviously, the jet stream does have a lot to do with it, yes. See here. George says, oh my God, yeah, it's crazy. Kevin says, we appreciate all you do, Andy. You're very welcome. No problem. But yeah, we're gonna keep on watching it. What I find crazy is that the American HRRR was just showing like one storm pop off out of this entire group. Which I'll go ahead and show you all real quickly. Yeah, back over the models, it was really just showing this one storm firing off across central Texas, and which it kind of fades out by later on. But let's see. What about the latest models? That was at least an hour ago. Let's see. This is the new one. Ah, there you go. Latest one splits up into two. Kind of what's happening now, huh? So it must have taken some more of a. Wow. Yeah, it kind of shows maybe a rogue supercell tracking south of Dallas late, but obviously firing off a bunch more. Yeah, we might need to go live here again tonight, you guys. Like early tonight. I mean, or I should say early morning, early at this point. Yeah, probably like 2 in the morning we might go back live here. Yeah, we're really just here to see what's going on in Central Texas for now. That's a lot of the reason why we're live right now. Dude, that's crazy. See, Murky says you have. What's up, dude? You have transitions now, dude. You've not been here in a long time. Then, if you're just now noticing these transitions, man, you've been gone forever. But what's up, man? Hope you're doing all right. I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, we got a pretty gnarly storm out there here towards Brady. If you're just tuning in, y'all, we got 2.75 inch hail possibility on this, which that is literally baseball size hail being possible. Baseball size hail and a possible tornado here, which I'm gonna go ahead and hop y'all back over to velocity. Which, you know what it looks like? There might even. Is it me or is that looking like two separate areas of rotation now? I don't know. Yeah, that's gonna need to be watched for a little bit. Let's see here. It's been a bit. Apologize. I'm sleeping. It's all right, dude. It's glad to have you here now, man. Hope everything's been all right with you. See. Yeah, we're getting a lot of lightning reports out of this one too. Yeah, anytime you have an excessive amount of lightning, that does indicate that the storm is definitely strengthening a bit. You know what I was hoping for is that back cell that was merging with this classic supercell shape. Would throw off that rotation. It definitely appears to be that hook does not appear to be visible really anymore, which is good. I mean, except for this little tail right here we have, but that's not necessarily a hook. But anyways, yeah, it's pretty crazy. But like I said, y'all, we literally just seen a report of 2.75 inch hail. Like, wow. Let's see here. Why are you going live at 2 a.m.? Because there's a potential there of some nasty cells out towards DFW later on. See, the team says the storm is recycling. Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to see it. It could be. It could very well be. Yeah, I'm just interested to see what this back cell's gonna do. you know, because it actually looks like it might be. I mean, obviously they're conjoining each other, but yeah, it's hard telling what's going to happen out of that scenario. We'll see. Let's see here. Hey, Andrew, hope you're having a great evening. You got anything heading to Indiana? So, Indiana, no, we don't really got much anything going on up there. Pretty much, yeah, it's pretty much normal out there. Not much going on. See, 2.75 inch. Let's see here. Yeah, like I said, literally baseball size hail was not reported that long ago. See, at 30 UTC, it's now 38. So this was what, about 8-9 minutes. Actually, it was at 29 UTC. This is at 38. So that was 9 minutes ago. 9 minutes ago, we just reported 2.75 inches. Like that is some big hail. So let's watch out. The core is heading over areas north of Brady now. The hail core, I should say, be more specific. Likely where we are seeing large hail, still potentially up to 2 and maybe even up to baseball size hail. Let's see here. Mafia, thank you, dude. $5 super chat. Greatly appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Saying Thunder starting to ramp up in South Dallas now. What's going on in Dallas? Let's see. We're going to hop back over here real quickly. South Dallas? What? Are you sure that's not gunshots? Shoot, dude. There's nothing going on in there. I'm not seeing any storms in Dallas. I hope that's not gunshots, man. Holy cow. Let's see. Here's a weird question. Last year, Andy has, let's see, recent AI developments proved his predictions yet. What? What are you talking about, Murgy? But once again, Mafia, thank you, dude. Let's see here. Here's a weird question. In the last year, Andy has a recent AI development improved these predictions yet. Murky, I wish I knew what you were talking about, man. I don't. Oh, shoot. It does look like it might be trying to hook back again. Ooh, let's see. Velocity. Yeah, I think this thing is trying to. Man, I hate seeing this, too. This thing is definitely looking like it's trying to recycle. Although it looks like Brady could dodge this. Yeah, Brady could very well dodge this here. Let's see here. See, Mafia says just under right now. Could be from the southern storms. Yeah, those storms are really far away, though, dude. I don't know. I mean, like, there's not a storm within your area. I mean, like, literally, here's the radar out there. There ain't no thunderstorms at least 75 miles away. So what you're hearing is likely not thunder, which I find a little odd. Let's see here. Oh, has AI improved tornado prediction models? I don't know. My thing was auto-correcting. Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense. Well, basically, I mean, if you think about it, AI is essentially the weather models. I mean, obviously, it does use supercomputers to generate predictions of the future, which, I mean, in some cases, that's pretty much what it is. But when it comes to that, still, you know, I really don't know much on that, honestly. But I'd say AI could definitely improve some of it. But I feel like that's more like a scientific calculations that need to be found. Oh, we just got a new warning out of this. All right, so they just extended that warning in Brady. Also, Camp San Saba and Voca. You guys are now under that warning out there. Radar indicated also continued that 2.75 inch marker there. So there still is a good chance we could still be seeing some baseball size hail out of that storm. See here, Michelle says, "Hi Andrew and everyone, what's up?" Proxy says storm cells emerging. Storm number 1 trying southeast of 25. Storm number 2 coming up at 65. Wow, dude. Yep. Like I said, Camp San Saba, Voca, and let's see, Kate. Yeah, Kate area. Don't know, dude. There's some. I have no idea how you would pronounce this area. Kate and C. Okay, I'm just gonna go with Kate and C. But anyways, yeah, you guys are now in that warning out there. See, weather is not always predictable either, which makes sense. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, weather, there's just so much going on that, I mean, even today's supercomputers can't determine everything what's happening. I mean, there's, different fluids of, of motion. There's so much different motion going on in a single thunderstorm. There's no way to actually observe every little key component what's going on inside of a storm. I mean, even a small change in a storm could completely throw it off and completely change the whole reaction. And like I said, even today's, we just don't have the data to input into the supercomputers. Now, I'm sure we have the technology to actually calculate something like that, but we just can't grab every inch of detail, literally, that's going on inside of a storm. Will the storm hit Houston? No, I don't think so. Let's see here. Yeah, no, this threat remains north of Houston, so I think Houston's going to be all right today. Absolutely. But once again, y'all, they just issued a new tornado warning not long ago for Brady. Let's see here. Areas towards Paul Junction. Got to keep an eye on it. Camp St. Saba. Camp Air. Let's see here. Towards Voca as well. Yeah, we definitely got to be on the lookout for the storm here. Once again, this thing does appear to be recycling because it stopped there for a minute, but it definitely looks like it might be trying to get its act back together, which let's hope not. Yeah, we don't want a tornado out here, but like I said, still is a bit of rotation. Still needs a bit of work, of course, but it's south of Brady now. I think Brady might be getting spared out of this here. That's good. Yeah, for a minute there, it was looking like Brady might get hit, but seems like those odds are, lowering quite a bit now. However, now it's kind of pointing towards like Voca and Camp St. Saba. So, yeah, those areas, that's kind of our new area of concern right now. See, nice explanation. Thank you. You're very welcome, Murky. No problem, dude. But anyways, let's see, weather is like sports betting. Yeah, that is true. Absolutely. Very, very true. Yeah, we still got that storm out there in Brownwood. Not really doing much of anything. Like I said, always the southern cells go dominant over the northern ones. Because obviously, the moisture pool, the pool of moisture, I should say, a lot of that energy is basically sucked up from the south side. But like I said, obviously, thunderstorms, they take in cold air, or they take in warm air and they release cold air in terms of updrafts and downdrafts. Now, these downdrafts shoot out a lot of cool air at one direction, or sometimes more than one direction. Which obviously in this case could be pointing to the north, which could actually eventually suffocate the Brownwood cell out. Storms they're hogs. They will literally take up anything they can. And like I said, that they're ferocious. They are. I mean, they will literally fight each other to basically take over the dominance. It's crazy that even weather, like storms, are like that. It's pretty crazy, but. Yeah, but usually in this case, the southern cell, this one will thrive, and usually in most cases, the northern cell does not make it out too long. But anyways, let's see here. But yeah, so once again, we have Mason County included with this this new tornado warning out there. Here's Mason. I'm gonna go and hop y'all over here. But like I said, here's Mason. That is what we're looking at right here. And that storm is tracking right there towards Mason County. So heads up to y'all. See ya. Oh, good. Thank you, Drew. You're welcome, Golden. Yeah, I mean, on that one warning out there north of the Brady storm, like I said, Brady right now, you guys are probably getting hit pretty good right now. I'd even say by some hail. Y'all might be seeing a bit of hail activity out there, too. But in terms of what's going on here, for the Brownwood cell, it's kind of just kind of your normal, kind of like I said, kind of a low-end severe thunderstorm. Like I said, quarter-size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That's basically at the criteria line between being a severe thunderstorm and not being one. Like I said, winds have to be 58 or higher, miles per hour, that is. Hail has to be larger, or quarter-size or larger. And in terms of what's going on with this storm, quarter-size hail right there at the limit and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So it's warned for both damaging winds and hail, but it's right on that line of being severe and not. But it is a severe thunderstorm, and it does look like it's actually weakening a bit because this was at 1.5, which was ping pong ball hail. It's now been downgraded to quarter size. So that's some good news out there for areas like Brownwood. But like I said, areas south towards like Brady, that's kind of where we need to be watching closely, at least for the next little bit. What's going on down here? Is this I think trying to pull a tail on it? Oh no, yeah, we gotta watch that too. Yep. We might have a new little hook starting to form here. I don't know. We'll watch that closely. I mean, we just had 2 mergers out there. That I don't know if that could. Storm really needs to organize more. Oh shoot! What'd they just do now? Baseball size hail. Yep. So they had the warning for baseball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. Destructive storm for Brady. Yep. Train weather spotters have reported hail up to the size of baseballs. People and animals outdoor will be severely injured. Expect shattered windows, extensive roof damage to roof, siding, and vehicles. Yep. Like I said, once again, I've actually seen, I've actually seen, some hailstones that have gone straight through people's roofs. It's nuts. It's actually quite crazy. Let's see here. We also got ourselves, looks like a new storm starting to pop up here towards south of Rankin, west of Ozona. See, Reed just said a big baseball coming into Brady. Wow. Yeah, honestly, that's not surprising. I mean, we got quite the core out there towards Brady. I mean, it's been pretty obvious. We've been watching those reports get closer and closer. There you go. Now, we actually do have reports in Brady, but we don't see baseball size hail reported in Brady. We actually have 1.25 inch half dollar size hail and quarter size reported there towards Brady. So we'll keep on watching that. Should keep on looking at that one. But I think Brady really dodged that tornado component. That's good news. That's definitely good news. Honestly, it looks like that rotation might even be done. I really don't see much more rotation in that cell there. So you know what, y'all? I think it's fading. That's some good promising signs. I think the majority of the threat here right now is just a threat for hail at this point. But we still got that tornado warning. Yeah, still remain, I should say, not remember. Still remain in your shelter until further notice. I would definitely remain in there for a while. Anyways. Let's see here. Did they update the convective outlook yet? Yeah, we should be getting a new convective outlook here in a few minutes. They usually do it around 9 o'clock, from what I remember. Let's see here. Did they just issue a new warning? That's a new warning for Brownwood, isn't it? Quarter size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Gotcha. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Let's see here. We got southeast Colorado, got a severe thunderstorm, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, quarter size hail. Yeah, that one too. Wow, you know what? All those storms have cleared out across the southeast. There ain't even a single severe thunderstorm warning between Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia. We do got one in northeastern Louisiana. Did I really just call North Carolina? Oh my God. That's probably one of the worst ones yet. Shoot, why did I just call? There ain't no way in heck I just did that. Did I really just call North Carolina, Louisiana? Oh God, that is terrible. All right, y'all didn't hear that. A quarter size hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts is possible out of it. Large bolts of lightning across, street where crop located in Brady, super loud. Oh, I'm sure. Like I said, there's lots and lots of CAPE out there. Lots of convective available energy. That is like a lot. Good chance for a lot of friction. I mean, you get a lot of hail that size. You get a lot of upper level friction between those crystals. Those ice crystals, hail. Start rubbing up against each other up in the clouds. They start sparking off some energy. And it's got to neutralize somehow, so it zaps the ground. I can't believe I did that. Yeah, some of the things I say on this channel, I swear, dude, sometimes it is very unpredictable. Sometimes, though, it's more unpredictable than the weather for what I say for state names. Trust me, I know all my states. Sometimes I wonder, though. All right, let's see here. We're going to hop back over to the southeast. We still got a line of storms. Yeah, a bit of a train of storms still kicking off across southern Georgia, actually, tracking into Florida Panhandle. But they're not severe, Warren. Shoot, dude, the baseball size hail, that's pretty bad. I wonder how long the H-R has the storm going for. Because, like I said, we're going to have to go live here later on tonight, y'all. At least I'm going to try to. Oh, okay. So, according to the models here, this storm's probably going to be continuing on at least until, like, midnight. And then around, like, around, like, 4 in the morning or so, kind of shows some more storms firing off here across, like, northeast Texas. So at that point, y'all, we're going to have to go back live. So you know what I'm probably going to do, y'all? I'm probably going to call it a stream right now. Like I said, these storms are going to continue on for a while, then fade out. And right as it fades out, another group of storms is going to fire off here. So I think right now we're going to call it a stream here for now. Then we're going to cover all this here later on tonight. We'll see if I can do that. I'm not going to promise that we'll be able to make that, but we'll try our hardest to at least be live a little bit late tonight. So, but I think right now we're going to call it a stream. We've been live here for about 2 hours anyway, so that's pretty good stream. I'd love to be here during all of it, but unfortunately I can't do that right now. But anyways, all right, y'all. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it for now. Like I said, obviously still really watch out across Texas. Still got some pretty gnarly storms out there. The good news is, like I said, that rotation does appear to have stopped temporarily, at least for now. Let's hope it stays that way. But anyways, like I said, Brady, you guys are pretty much good now. Probably just still seeing some heavy rainfall out of this, but that's about it. Looks like you guys are kind of pulling away from it. But yep, still Brady. I mean, I'd still remain in your shelter just for safety. Camp San Saba, same thing for you, Voca. But looking back here, Velocity, there is nothing going on there in the rotation really. Except, that might be a little area right there actually. Definitely not anything tight though, so we'll still watch out for it. See, bye, Andrew. Gonna go watch Reach. All right, sounds good, George. Thank you for joining us. All right, you guys. Well, we'll try to catch y'all later on tonight. Like I said, or early tomorrow morning. Like I said, nocturnal event. That's obviously a little bit more something we really need to be live for. But all right. Well, once again, thank y'all so much for being here. Proxy, once again, happy birthday to you, Proxy. We love you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your night. I don't know if I'll be able to catch you, or I don't know if you'll be able to attend. Like I said, we're probably going to be going live at like 3, 4 in the morning, which I'm sure you'll probably be asleep at that time. But once again, Proxy, really happy birthday to you. Thank you so much for your kind support on the channel. You rock. We love you. All of us here love you, Proxy. So seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being here. Got to give a big shout out to our donators today, obviously. So first of all, Proxy, birthday. Birthday Proxy literally donated to us today. So, Proxy, you did not have to do that. Like I said, if anything, we were supposed to give you something for your birthday. But, like I said, I wish I could somehow. But anyways, just happy birthday, Proxy. We had Mafia. Thank you so much, dude. We had, obviously, Proxy again, actually. Logan with the membership. Let's see here. We had Golden Arrow, Becca. Let's see here. Scott Clark. We had Mafia again. We also had Rain here with the membership as well. So, once again, thank you guys so much. Like I said, we love y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Once again, I'd love to be here during the whole entire thing with y'all, but just kind of can't stay here the entire time today anyways. But like I said, tomorrow's another big day. I'm probably going to be live a lot tomorrow, so probably a lot longer than today. But, at least we got 2 hours in here for you guys. At least be able to be live here for initiation and to kind of talk about what's expected for today and all that fun stuff. But all right, well, you guys take care. Once again, stream's going to head off here in approximately 2 minutes. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, join our Discord. We have that there in the description. Like I said, we have ourselves like I said, we have that in the description. Y'all can check that out. Our Discord. Follow us on Twitter at NWW1162, all that. So once again, thank y'all. Let's see. Proxy says good night. Let's see here. Great job, Andrew. Well, thank you, Proxy. Once again, happy birthday to you. Let's see. Mustang says, "Hey, sorry I'm late. I'm new. Just subscribe." Well, Mustang, thank you, dude, for subscribing. Greatly appreciated. And speaking of, if y'all are leaving here and you have not hit that subscribe button, please consider it. Be greatly appreciated. Help get the word out there. Help save lives, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. And all right, well, stream's heading off for y'all in 2 minutes. So say your final goodbyes to friends in chat, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Love y'all. Please stay safe out there. Peace out.
Is 91 degrees, and the normal low is 72. The record high for tomorrow is 102, which last occurred in 1912, and the record low is 59, which occurred in 1979. Sunset tonight is at 8:37 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow is at 6:19 a.m. The ultraviolet index forecast for June 13th is 7, or high. The current time is 7:57 p.m. Central Daylight Time. You're listening to NOAA, All Hazards Radio, the voice of the National Weather Service, station KEC 56. Serving the Dallas-Fort Worth listening area. The following reports of weather, temperature, and wind were made at 7 p.m. DFW Airport, partly sunny, 85, dew point 64, relative humidity 49%, wind east at 7, gusting to 20, pressure 29.82 inches and falling. Dallas Love Field, partly sunny, 85, east at 13, gusting to 20. Fort Worth Meacham, partly sunny, 85, east at 13. Arlington, mostly sunny, 85, east at 14, gusting to 21. McKinney, cloudy, 80, northeast at 13, gusting to 23. Denton, cloudy, 80, northeast at 15. Elsewhere around the region, Wichita Falls, cloudy, 70, northeast at 9. Abilene, mostly sunny, 79, northeast at 12. Waco, partly sunny, 88, east at 8. Tyler,